They traveled to villages scorched by war. In one, children clung to each other, parentless and afraid. In another, farmers had abandoned their fields, believing curses haunted the land. Yet everywhere they went, Aisha listened. She offered comfort, restored hope, and slowly her people began to rise again. Her journey gave her strength, but also drew new dangers toward her. Foreign powers crept across the horizon, carrying treaties, rifles, and promises of progress that demanded submission. Among them was Captain Jameson, a cunning officer who admired Aisha's spirit, yet saw her as a prize to be bent or broken. Whispers spread that she was more than a girl returning home. She was a symbol too powerful to ignore. Some urged her to lead the people into battle. Others begged her to keep peace, fearing bloodshed. Musa counseled caution, while Dinladi demanded boldness. Aisha stood torn between the sword and the word. One night beneath the desert sky, she dreamed again. Her father stood beneath the crescent moon, his voice steady and kind. Your strength is not in the power you wield, but in the truth you carry. When she awoke, her path was clear. In the bustling market of Kano, before nobles, traders, farmers, and even foreign officers, Aisha spoke. Her voice carried the fire of her people as she declared they were not subjects to be bought or broken, but a nation of dignity and soul. The crowd thundered with agreement, and from that moment she was marked. Lies spread quickly, claiming she was a false princess, a pretender stirring rebellion. Yet Aisha no longer walked as an orphan searching for her name. She walked as a leader. She forged alliances between villages and clans long divided, gathering strength not with weapons alone but with unity. She became a living flame in the desert, fragile against the storm, yet bright enough to guide her people through the coming darkness. The road ahead would not be easy. Battles would come. Sacrifices would be made. But Aisha of Zaza, the girl once lost, had risen to stand as the hope of her people. Her story had not ended. It had only just begun. Aisha's name began to travel faster than the desert wind. From Zaza to Kano, from Katsina to Sokoto, whispers carried her story. The orphan who had risen as a princess, the lost child who had returned to claim her place. To some, she was a blessing, to others, a threat. Merchants spoke of her in markets. Griots wove her tale into songs, and even travelers from far-off lands repeated her name. But fame is a heavy cloth. It warms the soul, yet can suffocate the heart. Aisha soon discovered that being known was not the same as being free. The Queen Mother, proud of her granddaughter, invited her once again to live within palace walls. Nobles and advisors spoke in hushed tones, urging her to take the throne of her father. Yet Aisha hesitated. She had seen too much beyond the palace gates, the hunger in the villages, the abandoned children, the mistrust sown by years of betrayal. What good was a crown if her people still lived in despair?